is for you to initiate some damn sex. Now, listen, I know I'm going to keep this within the context of a married couple for the sake of y'all not thinking I'm just trying to encourage y'all to be out here just living it up sexually. I mean, whatever. That's your choice as an adult to do what you're going to do. But, I do believe that waiting is best. I do think we should implement that more and it'll be more of a benefit. But I also am aware that many, and I will say us because I'm not perfect either, have gone down the road of getting sexual before we got married. That's just a reality. So what I'm about to talk about can be applied in any dynamic where sex is already being had. I'm not telling you to go have it. I'm just telling you, if you are having it, pay attention to this point I'm making. So initiating the sex, all right? But I will stress, this is so important for married women. A lot of times women think just having the sex with him is good enough, all right? So I'll have women say to me, well, he gets it whenever he wants it. And listen, bravo. Clap it up. I think if you are willing to satisfy him when he needs it, you deserve applause for that. You deserve recognition. I'm not taking that away from you, right? But don't let that blind you from the fact that, before I even say that, let me finish saying it. Don't let that blind you from the fact that he still wants to feel desired and wanted by you. He still wants to feel that you're into it and not only doing it out of obligation, but doing it out of desire, okay? And when you're not initiating, it can put him into a mindset of, damn, does she even really want this? And if he loves you, that is important to him. Like, if he doesn't love you, he may not give a damn. He may not care, okay? But if he cares about you, it's going to be more of a concern there because he wants you to want him. Now, again, I think that I said earlier, if you are engaging with him sexually when he wants to, that should be applauded because the reality is that there's a lot of men who feel sexually neglected in their relationship. We're just going to keep it real. It's a huge complaint by a lot of guys, especially, again, specifically a lot of married men. And I understand. I'm not dismissing the fact that, women have a lot of women have a lot on their plate. I say a lot because I'm not gonna excuse everybody. Everybody don't have that same explanation, okay? But a lot of women have a lot on their plate. They gotta take care of kids, they gotta work, they gotta clean, they gotta do all this stuff. They don't always have the energy for sex, which is why I'm a huge believer in creating a balance in the relationship that allows each partner to be able to pour into each other what they really need. So not to go too far into it, but that's one of the big reasons why I'm into a man putting himself in a position to where the woman does not have to, keyword, have to work, because having to work can add an extra level of stress and burden that can then take away from her sexual availability, okay? And so to allow her to be more stress-free and therefore also be more sexually available because she's too stressed out, sex may get dropped down to the bottom of the list, all right? And that's what happens a lot of times. You want to find ways to create a better balance that allows her to thrive in the areas that are most important to that man and vice versa. But getting back to initiating the sex. So there are men who are sexually neglected. And of course, we want to get to a place of addressing the underlying root issue that's causing you to either not want to initiate or not even wanting to engage when he initiates. I think it's important that we understand we have to have talks about the real reason why. For some of you, and again, I don't want to dwell on this too much because we got other points to make. But for some of you, the reality is you ain't been satisfied by this man the entire time. And you've been acting like you're good with it because you want to hold on to this relationship. And you felt like you were doing the right thing. And I understand why you did it, but you can't keep up that game forever. You can't play like you're okay because at some point you're going to feel like this is a chore. And if you feel like it's a chore, you're not going to want to engage at the level that he wants you to engage. And you definitely won't be initiating the way that he wants you to initiate because you're not really getting anything out of it or as much out of it as you would like to or need to have a greater desire for it. So it's important that we have more transparent conversations about this as early as possible. Again, do not kick this can down the road, because it's only harder to fix this if you let this linger too far on. Because if you let that man believe, I wasn't even planning on going on this specific angle, but it's here, so let's do it. If you let that man believe for, let's say, years, that it's been great in the bedroom, right? When in reality it isn't. And then finally you can't take it anymore. And you're finally like, listen, it really ain't that great. You shouldn't say it like that, but I'm just saying, you finally reveal this. He's gonna view it as you're being spiteful. You're lying, you're crazy, you're being manipulative. He's not gonna view it as genuine, because to him, how can you tell me it's been good for all these years and now all of a sudden it ain't that good? You're making stuff up. You see what I'm saying? His receptiveness to what you're saying is going to be almost non-existent in many cases, which is what you see in a lot of couples who then try to have this conversation. So it's important. And I'm not saying don't let that discourage you from having it if you have played along for that amount of time. But it is important for those of you who are listening to understand, the earlier you can have honest conversations about what you need to be more sexually available and receptive to your partner, then that needs to be discussed. One more thing before I move on from this. And again, the main point here is, yes, men want to feel wanted, they want to feel desired. So they want you to initiate sexually with them. All right. And one of the things, I was going to make a different point. I'm going to leave it alone for a second. One of the things I hear from women is about or the struggle that men and women have. And again, let's focus on married couples for a second, is he don't know when you're in the mood. He doesn't know when it's a good time. And men can be horrible with picking the time to try to make an attempt. Okay. They're not always as in tune and aware of when it's appropriate to now try, or a good method of trying to get you in the mood, things of that nature. So one of the things I encourage women, and it's in my book, How to Get a Man to Cherish You, which you should get, whether you're single, married, whatever, it is going to be extremely beneficial. Click the link in the description or in the comment section. Do not let the title trigger you or throw you off. Trust me, when I give y'all information, is with love, and it is for the benefit of both you and your partner or future partner, potential partner, but definitely for you, is a benefit for you. So be open to what I have to say in this book. Again, click the link in the description or in the comment section. But I mentioned in the book how, okay, when you're in a good mood. When you're maybe at your most receptive. That's when you should initiate. Rather than waiting for him to figure it out and why he's in tune. Granted, I want men to be more in tune with their partners. I absolutely want, that's something I'm big on trying to help men understand. But if you're feeling good right now, so go ahead, do it. And it doesn't have to, the man don't need much. Pull him in the bathroom, give him the best 2 minutes of his life. He's happy for the rest of the day. He's good. All right? It doesn't always have to be a huge event. It's just something simple to just boom, boom, we good. That helps. That goes a long way. And even that level of spontaneous desire really creates a better environment in the relationship. And again, especially when you are married, and more specifically when you're married, because I'm encouraging y'all to, wait till marriage. Let's move on to the next one. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. So I found this quote online that I kind of liked. It says, "Great taste must have elegance and a lovely heart to be an excellent woman, that it does." Now,